Welcome. My name is Jason Martin, and I'm the Language Arts and Music Teacher at French Broad River Academy. We have some incredible presentations today that have been prepared independently of me by the 7th grade students. They've read the novel Call of the Wild by Jack London, one of my favorites from when I was about their age. And so before they went on their Costa Rica field experience, they read this novel, and now they prepared a series of multimedia presentations based on different literary aspects of that novel. The first group is made up of Massi Tager and Paul Soul, and they're going to be presenting about the characters in Call of the Wild.
We did our project on characters of Call of the Wild. There are many characters, but we made our mural about the fighting scene between Buck and Spitz. Here's a story excerpt. There was no hope for him. Buck was inexorable. Mercy was a thing for gentler climes. He maneuvered for the final rush. So that's what it's about.
I talked about how the mural is just about how they're fighting and how that Buck, in the end, is the winner of this fight, and Spitz is not so lucky.
Pull it all the way down.
So for our wild card, we made a presentation called The Wild about the characters. The 5 W's, who it was. This story is about Buck, who goes through many challenges in his life. This story is pretty much in the Yukon, and what happened to Buck is he got stolen and put on a sled team for money, and this story takes place in the late 1890s. Some of the characters in this are Buck, Spitz, Buck's friend Curly, and Judge Miller. Some facts about this story, or about Jack London, is if he had not been offered $5 for writing his work, then he would not have written this book. And this is back in the day, so $5 was actually a lot of money. Nobody really knows who was Jack London's father, but whoever it was, he supported him through his life. And nobody knows how Jack London died. Some people think he either overdosed on pills or he committed suicide. We're gonna play a game to see who remembers what happened in the book. In the story it says that Buck's mother is a Scotch Shepherd. Does anybody know what kind of dog his dad was? Connor?
Saint Bernard.
Yeah, he is a Saint Bernard. The man who takes Buck from Judge Miller's house, he does it for money. Why does he need the money? Roach.
To support his gambling.
Yeah, in the Chinese letter. And near the end, when Buck wins money for his leader, the sled he pulled, does anybody know how heavy it was?
Like 1,000 pounds.
This is an easy one. What happens the day after Spitz dies? Hunter?
Buck becomes the lead dog.
Yeah. When Buck and Spitz get into a fight, they stop fighting because of what? No?
Spitz dies.
No. That is a different fight.
Because the owners break them up or something.
Yeah,
Or food.
something like that. That day they were about to fight when they got attacked by the Huskies.
Ooh.
When they got attacked by the Huskies.
Yeah.
Buck, when the first time, Buck, there's white stuff falling down. Buck says it bites like a fire. Was that from that scene?
Wait, snow?
It was the first time of him seeing snow. And what happens to Buck when how does Buck get pulled away from Judge Miller?
They capture him.
Yeah, they take him. And that was our last one
Cool.
Any questions?
for our project. From our project.
Okay, I got a question. Which of the people or animals in the story is your favorite character and why? Paul?
I like Buck because he's like the main narrator and the biggest character. He's
Okay.
cool.
Tell me about another character besides Buck, Massi, that you thought was interesting.
Even though we didn't know Curly very well, I thought he was really interesting. He was kind of like Buck because he wasn't very quiet. He was very quiet in the beginning, just like Buck, so I thought he was pretty interesting.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments for their group?
Nope.
Are you totally finished with everything?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Moving forward, we're going to go straight into the next group. I'll turn the lights up if you want to close the iris. Go ahead and take your computer off there in case the next group needs it.